All right, 3Ms, here we are, Unit 4, Lesson 5, I believe it is. So we're moving on to some more complicated work with exponents, which means we have to be aware of when we can use our exponent rules. We can only use our exponent rules when we have the same base. So in order to do that, we will need to make sure a question has the same base. So that means if it does not have the same base, we need to change the base to make it the same. When we do this, we always reduce. So the base will always get smaller. Whoops. Always gets smaller. So if I look at question number 1, 3 to the 5 times 27 to the negative 2, that means I want to make the 27 smaller. The better you are with your multiplication tables, the easier this is, because I know that 27 is a multiple of 3. If it's a multiple of 3, therefore I can write it as a base of 3. So I keep my first one the same, and I actually know that 27 is 3 cubed. So I replace 27 with 3 cubed, and the other exponent outside the bracket stays there. So 3 cubed equals 27, so instead of 27, I put 3 cubed. And then I can use my exponent rules. I use my power rule first to the negative 6, and then I keep my base and add my exponents. And now I've got a negative exponent, so I flip it 1/3. We do a couple more. Same thing, the biggest one is always going to change. It's a multiple of 5. So I keep my 5, and I change 625 to 5 to some exponent. Keep my 1/3, don't mess it. So I know 5 to the exponent 4 is 625. So that's what I put instead of 625. Everything else stays the same. So I have 5 to the 2/3, and I do my power rule, 4/1, multiply my numerator, and multiply my denominator. And now I can add my exponents because it's multiplying. So I have 6/3, and 6/3 reduces to 2, and 5 squared is 25. Sometimes you have to sometimes you have to change both bases. So although 8 is a multiple of 4, for the exponent 1 is 4, and for the exponent 2 is 16, and that's more than 8. So I have to make them both lower. So the only thing I can do to make them both lower would be to use an exponent, or a base, of 2. So 4 is 2 squared, and 8 is 2 to the 3. And don't forget the exponents that were already there. So now I'm going to use my power rule, 1. So I have 2 to the negative 2/2, 3/1, 2 to the 12/3. I'm going to do some simplifying. That would be -1. 12/3 would be 4. When I divide with the same base, I subtract my exponents. So I keep my base, -1, take away 4, -5. Negative exponent, I flip, make it positive. So 1/2 to the 5th is 1/32. So basically all we're doing is making sure that the base is the same so we can use our exponent rules. Whoops, that's the wrong button. I want to pause. All right, so make sure your base is the same. Always reduce your base so you make it lower.